the past couple of months, the general consensus from the crypto gaming peeps is that node sales are dead. There's no hope for node sales. You're all just a bunch of grifters. And now I've got to go ahead and say, I'm sorry, because it seems like we got a big hit today. And I've been talking about node sales. Yes, I'm going to continue to talk about node sales. I'm even going to talk about a new node sale. I believe in node sales. I believe that they can provide the public with better pricing to get them into an ecosystem earlier on. And here's the big cowabunga. I did a screenshot. Okay, it was 875 mil FTV. It was a couple minutes ago. Now we're at $911 million in terms of a fully diluted valuation on CARV. Absolute moonshot. And before people go, oh, but the market cap is 106. There's still a lot of supply out there. It's a node sale. Of course, there's just 3 years worth of vesting. There is going to go ahead and be some kind of dilution. But okay, what happened? What's the story behind CARV? I'm going to tell you. So I bought $6,328 worth of CARV protocol nodes. It's my plan, my $100,000 plus plan, to go ahead, accumulate these nodes, and just like Gala made a bunch of people into millionaires, I'm hoping that, I might strike some luck, right? I have gone ahead and dispersed into about like 7 of these sales at this point, and actually one of these sales is giving you extra rewards as a result of having it on the CARV protocol airdrop, so that's pretty awesome. But here's what I was trying to get, okay? I was trying to get around 99 mil FTV, which I did not get. Getting tier 1 nodes is incredibly difficult. But I got somewhere, I think, around 5 to 7, which implies around a 224 million to a $177 million FTV. That's that fully diluted valuation that you go ahead and see when we're clicking on this. So it's not the market cap, it's the FDV. So 935 million. That's representing, I don't even know, like a 3 to 4x around there in terms of the FDV, assuming 50% of people participate, which right now we're lower than that, of course, because we recently launched. So the worst case scenario that I was telling people, okay, maybe we should pick up nodes here, was around 362 million. I don't think this node sale went that far, or at least it took a while to get there. I'm pretty sure for most of the node sale, it was around this range. So people got pretty good valuations for what they were going for. And, this is one of my average tier in terms of sales, but I will say, this is one of those that did very well. And these are the kind of nodes that pay for the other nodes. Aether was a great example of that. At this point, I think I'm around 70 to 80% to RY, after I go ahead and get, my Aether rewards after that 120-day period. But that went ahead and was accumulated and thrown into other node sales. And so my CARV protocol nodes right now, we're earning a pretty good amount. I'm actually going to go ahead and share it. But I want to share you the FOMO that was going on back in the day, because I was actually talking to Paul, and he's over at CARV, right? I originally wasn't going to do this node sale because I wanted to be more selective. I didn't want to do a lot of node sales because, of course, I value my audience. And, while I want to do the sales and all, that's great. It's more important to protect my audience than it is to go ahead and just talk about every node sale that happens. I get reached out to by about, I don't even know, like 20 to 30 node sales every single month, like a ridiculous amount. Maybe we'll do 2 to 3 this month. That's just what I'm thinking. I think a lot of people are hungry to get into these earlier tiers for node sales. They give you lower valuations. They're a lot more likely to succeed, but you still need to do your own due diligence to make sure that this will actually be a success. And so about 12 to 18 hours before this sale, I actually texted him that I was going to FOMO it. Just straight up. Aether Edge was going ahead and doing their sales well for their little edges, which I have a couple. But I aped most of the allocation into CARV protocol nodes, just straight up nodes, no token round. I didn't get into the token round. I just aped into the nodes, just like you would have gone ahead and aped into the nodes, because I feel like that's the proper way to go ahead and do it. So we pulled really solid ROI off these things from the get-go, actually. Right now, we are at about a 930 mil FTV, 93 cents on CARV. There is an airdrop, so do stay tuned. I'm going to show you the airdrop right now. If you actually own Aether Cloud nodes, which I have gone ahead and talked about on the channel, I own quite a bit of nodes. You will actually be getting an exclusive airdrop, which will amount to a certain amount of tokens. For the amount of tokens that I personally got for this, I got around 326 VCARV, which represents 326 coins pretty much. And that's about $326 at the current price. A little bit less, maybe like 310, 320, but still about that price, which is pretty solid for free tokens. And in terms of what I got for the actual nodes that I ended up purchasing, so keep in mind, I bought around $6,000 worth of nodes. I got about 1,395 CARV worth of tokens that got airdrop. So from the get-go, I'm already about 20, maybe, yeah, about like probably like 10 to 20% to ROI on my CARV nodes from the get-go. This is like from the start, from TGE. So it's looking pretty good so far. Other things I should go ahead and explain. If you are going to be claiming your rewards, be careful. Because right now on CARV, I'm getting about, let me share right here. I'm getting about 120 CARV per day, which is pretty good. 120 CARV per day is very good. I'm also going to leave the link in the description if you're still looking for a node as a service provider, someone to go ahead and run your nodes for you. I couldn't be bothered running my nodes for myself. So I would imagine there's quite a few people that don't feel like running their own nodes. I share that same Bandcamp. So I'm cool with paying that $10 a month if I'm making $100 plus a day on my CARV node. That's perfectly fine for me. But if you go ahead and try to actually claim these rewards, you might actually fumble, because once you claim your node rewards, you won't be eligible for the buyback program. So the buyback program is pretty cool. If you do not care about this, then just go ahead and claim it. Why would you care? But there's a couple people that have been exploring the idea of selling back their nodes. They actually have some pretty cool stuff. They have an up to 100% buyback program. Node licenses who have maintained 70% or higher participation rate and have not claimed any VCARV rewards will be eligible for the buyback program. Interesting. So the timeline is from 6 months post TGE. Node license holders have 7 days to participate in the program. Very interesting. Very interesting. So in terms of execution options, they do that 100% buyback with CARV. They have 30-day linear vesting from time of buyback, or you get an 80% immediate buyback in Ethereum. They already have CARV allocated to the treasury to ensure that 100% buyback. And I think it's pretty cool. They're going to the CARV treasury. They're going to existing active node operators. They're incentivizing them. And this is a very good idea. They're offering people and they're saying, hey, you know what? If you don't feel like holding those nodes anymore, if you want to sell it all and ape it all back, we'll buy it from you. We're cool with that. We believe in our project. We have conviction. So I think this is a big plus for CARV. And right now, it's just looking really good on the CARV side. Everything is looking good. This should be a refresher, a reminder that just because a lot of people are against the mentality that, node sales are going to continue to be good, you should still do your own due diligence. It's extremely important. You can absolutely lose everything on a node sale, but, you're not supposed to ape everything into one single node sale. I've had a couple people that are like, I aped my entire life savings into this one node sale and it didn't work out. Oh no, everything's over for me. You shouldn't be doing that. If you see my video titles, if you see all the different node sales I'm doing, I essentially do the same exact amount every single node sale. I don't just throw $50,000 into a single node sale and then expect it to do well. I have all of my eggs in one basket. These are extremely volatile. But when they do hit, they pay for everything else. They pay for all of the other sales in between. And CARV right now, as its position, is there. Would I buy the CARV token? I don't need to buy the CARV token. I'm not telling people to buy CARV because I have CARV nodes. But for the people that went ahead and got into the CARV node sale with me, I hope you take advantage of what's going on right now. I hope you get the airdrop for the people that were struggling, that were complaining about the Sybil, and they weren't getting the airdrop rewards. They've gone ahead and said that there are fixes surrounding this, and all you have to do is you just claim it, verify it, and then boom, you get your rewards. It's looking good, though. It's looking very good for CARV. We're likely going to do more node sales in regards to what CARV has gone ahead and brought to us. In terms of the next one that we're going to be doing, it's called Moonveil. Their node sale has a 25% TGE on lock. They have a pretty low valuation in terms of what they're doing. Polygon Labs has purchased around $2 million worth of Moonveil nodes. They also have a big token distribution in terms of what they're doing for their more token. It's a gaming L2 ecosystem. They've got their whitelist going up on October 22nd. As I say, when it comes to these node sales, it's very important to get in at the earlier tiers. If you're getting in at public and you're late, you're a couple days into this public round, I probably wouldn't get into it. But if I'm someone that is, fresh into a node sale, that is getting in at the ground floor when it's just starting, that's exactly when you want to time it. You have to be awake when these node sales are starting. It's really important they're awake at 12 a.m. Eastern time if you're getting into a public run. You need to be there for the absolute start of this ecosystem. In terms of what they've got, this is going to be on Wrapped ETH, Arbitrum, and Polygon. There is going to be node transferability 1 year after the sale, which is cool. They have a purchase limit of tier 1 to tier 3, so hopefully we can get tier 1. I would say anything after about tier probably 6 or 7 wouldn't really be worth it. I would say that's a bit of a stretch too. I'd probably want to go for like 4 or 5, which we're going to be giving whitelists most likely for some of these tiers at the start. So do stay tuned. I would say if you're ever trying to get into these node sales, if you're interested in crypto gaming, you should be joining our Discord. First link in the description. This is the place that I go ahead and share all of the updates very actively with my community, with you all. So this is the #1 place to go to if you're interested in learning more about not only node sales, but what's going on within the crypto gaming space. We've made a competitive off the grid guild. I have, like a 6 KDA, absolutely dominating off the grid right now, playing a ton of crypto games. So it's been a lot of fun. There's a lot of great stuff happening. If you aren't interested in the Moonveil node sale, we're more than likely, almost 100%, going to have whitelist spots that are going to be distributed inside of Legion. So do stay tuned for that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. It's looking good. Is the node sale starting again? Is the season here? Is tis the season? I think so. Till the next time, stay classy, and that's all.